Testing, testing, check, check, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Need it to be louder? Wait, I'm going to be probably up here. Need it to be a little bit louder. Louder. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Good there. Okay, I'm going to play some audio for you, Aaron. And they can hear me, I think, on YouTube. So that's fun. Better not say anything bad about Dan Johnson. Here he is. And I just realized that, oh, he's over there. Let's try this. Test our intros. Let's see, input.
Firm provides taxes, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 33 locations in 14 states, Eide Bailly is the workplace to 2,000 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailly online at eidebailly.com. Eide Bailly is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
I like this one. Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, where sub-varsity action is going on. The sophomore team is leading the Watertown Arrows 61-39. 61-39. Should I try a different voice tonight? No? Yeah? Mickey Mouse?
Basketball! Oh boy!
Right. Actually, it's not Mickey Mouse because that'd be copyright infringement. I can't do a good British accent. I'm going to be honest with you. How about Hispanic soccer announcer? Hispanic? I don't know Spanish that fast. I can't really do soccer.
Just the accent and the attitude. It's a 3!
I'm scared now. Goal! Okay, okay. Stand by. Test this audio. Whoop, that's line out. But a game, Coach, that I think
this is what I sound like talking over
and
myself.
Just how well you guys
in the
showed
production
up.
business, we call this chorus.
Okay. You know, there again, you're playing thinly.
Okay.
Testing, testing, testing. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
This kid right here is my wife's cousin's grandson. The grandmother graduated from O'Gorman.
Oh, the Holden kid?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a stud.
And he's going. He got a scholarship for football at USD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's their running back. The fullback is on.
Tight end.
Tight end, okay.
I'm looking for his parents and his grandparents.
Do we want to go on right now-ish?
I wanted to find out what year she graduated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go on here in a second. See ya.
No. Should we hop on? All right, let's do it. Although I only have one interview, so maybe we will wait. Because they'll give us 15 minutes, right? That'll be enough. Yeah, gosh dang it, what is his name?
The following is a special presentation of Real Presence Radio. On Real Presence Radio. Welcome to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. For the Knights Game Day Show, here's your host, Michael Promes.
Welcome to O'Gorman High School and welcome into the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Tonight, the O'Gorman boys getting ready to take on the Watertown Arrows at home, their second home game of the season, their first victory against the Peer Governors just a couple weeks ago. The Knights at 2-3 on the season, coming off of a loss to Findlay Prep, 60-77 at the Hoop City Classic at the Pentagon. A tough game. They played very, very well, but it was not quite enough to come away with the win. Watertown Arrows at 3-3 on the season. Hey folks, Michael Promes here alongside Dan Johnson in the house. And Dan, well, Happy New Year, Happy Christmas. It's been a while.
Well, I haven't seen you since last year.
I know.
Yeah, Happy New Year. It's going to be a good year for you and your lovely bride.
Absolutely. We've got a lot to look forward to. I mean, last year we bought a house, we got married, and now we're having a kid here in like a month or so. So
there you go.
The excitement doesn't ever end.
That's right. Wait till you have 3 of them.
Yeah. Crossing my fingers for that one. So Dan, tonight the O'Gorman Knights still trying to piece together this team and come away with a victory. A good sizable victory, I would say. I mean, of course, they have a couple wins under their belts, the Peer Governors and the Mitchell Colonels, but they just haven't quite found that continuity yet that they're hoping for to overcome some of those tougher teams.
They haven't hit their stride by any means. They're looking for their stride. They need again. The 2 wins are against ESD teams, like you said, Pierre and Mitchell. And here at Watertown, they're an ESD team. When growing up here, that's what we called them. And we had played some good teams, but Roby's still looking for that 5 players that are playing together that are solid, the core of the team. And he's got to get that niche yet. And the last time they played here was against Pierre a couple weeks ago, that Friday before Christmas, and I missed that game, but they had a great game, so hopefully they'll light it up tonight.
You're listening to tonight's Game Day show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scoreboard update brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Get you some information of the other games going on throughout the area, and later on we'll hear from O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back into the Knights Game Day show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Gearing up for the Knights versus the Arrows here at O'Gorman High School. Well, there are plenty of other games going on throughout the state of South Dakota as well. Let's take a look at our scoreboard update brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. That's valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
The game we're watching tonight is there's only one AA boys game. Brookings, the Bobcats are playing the Tigers of Huron. That's at 7 o'clock. And in the AA girls, Huron also at Brookings, girls at Brookings. Mitchell is at Harrisburg, and Sioux Falls, Washington is playing Sioux Falls, Roseville tonight in AA girls. So that's the games going on tonight here in South Dakota.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. And like you said, that Brookings versus Huron game is going to be very interesting to watch. The Tigers very good this year. The Knights will be facing them in just a few weeks, or a couple weeks, excuse me.
Just like in football. They started out slow, and they came back, and they got into playoffs, and they took it, and they did very, very good. And so Huron's a team that, like you said, I think they'll be here like a week from Thursday.
Yeah, let's see. I have them down to show up on January 12th. So,
So it'll be fun to see them come in and what they're like. So,
all right, that's your scoreboard update again, brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll hear from O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you. Your family is looking to you to make sure they're safe, protected, and taken care of. Knights of Columbus Insurance offers the protection they need, whether it's term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, annuities, retirement planning, estate planning, or an insurance analysis. Please call Heath Dickelman at 605-351-7978. Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. Andrew DeMore and Thaddeus Barnes, financial advisors with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office, know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Andrew and Thad can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs. Andrew and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Back to the Knights Game Day show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. I'm here with O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby, coming off of a loss to Findlay Prep last Saturday, but a game, coach, that I think everybody got their money's worth for, and just how well you guys showed up.
Well, I thought we competed okay. There again, you're playing Findlay Prep, one of the top teams in the nation. We had to kind of revamp some things. We stood around the zone a little bit longer than we probably would have liked, but we had to just because they were going to kind of out-athlete us, if you will. We showed up and competed hard. I really compliment our guys I realize there's no such thing as like a moral victory, if you will, but at the same time, our kids played hard. We competed. We didn't shoot the basketball very well. I think we were 7 of 30 from three-point land or something like that. And we kept shooting. So I don't know. We have to figure some things out, and we have to try to get on a low run. I just feel like we're behind the 8 ball a little bit. We start the year 0-2, and we kind of dig our way out of that a little bit. And now we're 2-3, and we're not playing bad basketball, but our schedule is just not very good right now. And obviously we have a tough Watertown team tonight, followed by Minneapolis North. So it doesn't get any easier, but it seems like we're behind the 8 ball, and we just have to get our confidence back, try to get above 500, so we're not just always fighting the current, if you will. But we'll see what happens tonight.
And Coach, as you mentioned, you're taking on Watertown tonight. The Arrows at 3-3 on the season. They had a couple tough losses as well, some good wins. But what's your kind of scouting report on these Arrows and your game plan to hopefully overcome them and get to 500?
Well, they're very senior orientated. He has 9, I think, seniors on the roster. He'll play them all. They're post, I think, dominant, if you will. You got the Solomon Bach as well as the Holden kid. Both have tremendous size. Solomon is a returning starter from a year ago. They're going to do some high-low stuff against us, or try to, with the 2 bigs, and we're going to have to try to counter that with a couple bigs ourselves, and maybe try to go toe-to-toe with them down low inside the paint. The perimeter guys are again, they do a great job, in my opinion. One of the better teams that I've scouted anyway, that pass and go screen away, or a lot of movement within their motion. So we have to be aware of that, and if we can get after them and maybe get the momentum early using our home court, maybe our defensive pressure will cause them some issues. At least that's what I've noticed as far as scouting reports and watching film. They have a tendency to have string together some turnovers, and I'm hoping that our pressure will get to them a little bit, but they're good. They're a good basketball team, and tonight's a big night for us.
Absolutely, and you mentioned your defensive play, which has been pretty strong, regardless of maybe some of the shooting that you mentioned earlier. But you also mentioned your bigs, the guys down low, your Brady Beck and your Okoye. Now, Okoye, one of the leading scorers on your team, one of the top shooters as well. So what's your plan with him? Are you going to be keeping him down low? Are you going to be working him outside, a little bit of both?
Well, we're going to start him out on Solomon, and Solomon will have a tendency to kind of step out around the perimeter as well, face up to the basket, so that kind of fits into Okoye's mode a little bit. We're going to bring in and start Brady Beck tonight, purely based on the need, if you will. They start the Holden kid, who's just as, if I recall, he's their, he's a huge football guy, and I think he's their fullback, if I remember right. So, we're going to start Beck and replace of Canyon, just because we need that size right away, and we'll still come with Canyon right away and let Canyon kind of evaluate, the direction we're going to go with them. Are we going to bump Solomon? The thing with Brady, and Brady knows this. I'm not, talking behind Brady's back, but Brady can't go, 16 minutes at a crack here. Right. He's going to go a couple minutes, and we're going to need to get him a break. And then, we need to bring in Canyon and or Eddie or Cade, Makuska, somebody. But Watertown's a big enough team where we're going to have to keep our post fresh, hopefully, and try to wear them down a little bit and make them defend us. Hopefully they get in foul trouble a little bit, but we'll see.
And Coach, one more thing. You have quite a lot of depth on your team. We've seen you throughout the entire season, so far at least, kind of rotate guys in and out, a lot like a hockey game. First guys play about 4 minutes or so. You bring in a new set of 5. Are you getting the same production out of those 5 guys, those 2 sets or whatever you want to call them? And what's your thought process behind just that kind of rotation?
Well, right now we're just trying to get a feel for who we're going with. It's not so much that we're trying to go, sub 5 at a crack. It's just the idea that a lot of these guys have earned those type of minutes as well throughout practice setting. But let me give you an example like Zach Norton. Mm-hmm. Zach Norton started for us at the end of last year, and he's doing everything right this year. It's just that right now, we have a tendency to think or believe that we're going to get off to a better start with him coming off the bench, and he's okay with that. His minutes are going to be the exact same, but right right now, from a coaching perspective, we're just trying to get a feel for who our guys are. Down postseason, we'll be down to our 8 or 9 guys, I think. But right now, I mean, we just have to get a feel for who are the guys we're counting on, who can, be productive and get the things done within the quality minutes that they're getting. So right now it's kind of just a filling out stage, if you will. We're not necessarily trying to go 5 crack. We will tonight again, hopefully, without trying to script it out. We're going to play a lot of guys, and we just have a lot of guys that are really competing in practice and trying to get some court time, and we'll see what happens throughout the next few games.
I think it's probably a good problem to have at this point.
Well, we like to think so, but there's a lot of talent out there, so we'll find out.
All right, O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight against Watertown.
Thank you, Michael.
That was O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby getting his thoughts here as they get ready to take on the 3-3 Arrows, 225-96 at OG. That's his record in his 14th year at the helm of these O'Gorman Knights. You're listening to tonight's Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank Card. But now it's time to take a look at the keys to victory for the O'Gorman Knights, sponsored by John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company. Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses plan for retirement. John Fritsch can be reached at 605-334-8086. And Dan, what do you have for us?
Okay, tonight, they played Prep out of Vegas the other night. They have to come back when they played Mitchell. They have to play together, hit their stride, come back together. It's going to be a little bit tougher. You got Holden and Bach there, but I like how Roby's going to put the house in against Holden and everything, and they have a tough inside. Coy's a little bit smaller, but Coy's quicker than these guys, so they're going to work the inside. I think they're going to try to get Holden them guys in foul trouble. One thing about it, Watertown has a lot of close games. They stay with it. You can never get out of Watertown. Seems like you come down to the wire. They've had some overtime, 1-2 point games this year and stuff. So but they're going to play some defense. These guys can shoot the ball. Watertown can shoot. They're not afraid to shoot, so they're going to put some pressure on. So that's what my scouting report.
Absolutely. I think you're 100% right. It's going to be a tough team. The O'Gorman Knights are really going to have to use their size if they want to overcome these Arrows, and it's going to be a team effort, I think, kind of like it was going to be last Saturday against Findlay Prep. Very different teams between them and Watertown, but same kind of mentality, same type of team.
Yep.
All right, and that's your keys to victory. Again, sponsored by John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company. And you've been listening to the night's Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. We'll step aside when we come back. The tip-off for tonight's game, the 2-3 O'Gorman Knights versus the 3-3 Watertown Arrows. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses prepare for retirement. Financial Benefits Company's philosophy is safe principal, positive return. You can reach John Fritsch at 605-334-8086 and on the web at fbcjf.com. Financial Benefits Company is a proud sponsor of Catholic Radio.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Sport involves more than the movement of the body. It demands intelligence and the disciplining of human will. It reveals the wonderful structure of the human person, a spiritual being, a unity of body and soul, created by God. On Real Presence Radio, this is O'Gorman Knights basketball. Today's game is brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Mini Critters, Barnett Vision Clinic, Crossroads, the Barnes to Moore Group Financial Advisors at Morgan Stanley, Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, Jeff Alvey with Fair Tax Inc., John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Heath Dickelman, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, Ide Bailey, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Mark Promis with Providence Financial, Big Rig Barbecue, and Jamison Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, here's Michael Promes.
Welcome one and all to O'Gorman High School. As we're ready to gear up for tonight's game, the O'Gorman Knights at 2-3 on the season, taking on the 3-3 Watertown Arrows. Hey folks, Michael Promes here, and alongside Dan Johnson. Should be a fantastic game between two teams that are really starting to fall into their own. The O'Gorman Knights still trying to figure out what their team is going to look like, who's going to be where, and the Watertown Arrows doing much of the same, Dan.
Yes, they are. And, it's early in the season. Here we are, it's January, it's first game, school back, Gorman came back to school today and stuff, so it's, long break and the kids, and so it's going to be a fun game, but they need to get back and get playing together. And we don't want to hit that. We want to get that stride, but we don't want to get there yet until a little bit later on in February.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get to those starting lineups, but let's start this game the way we should begin. All good things.
Well, my name is Father Tyler Madsen. I'm the associate at Holy Spirit Parish in Sioux Falls, as well as the chaplain of O'Gorman Junior High. And we can begin in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good and gracious Father, giver of every good thing, your servant St. Paul exhorts us, run so as to win, so that we may gain the prize. Heavenly Father, may all the athletes participating in today's game strive for excellence. May they be excellent in their physical ability. May they be excellent in their sportsmanship. May they be excellent in their desire to glorify you. By striving for excellence, Father, may all those participating in today's game be kept safe from all harm, and gain the prize of faith, hope, and love. We pray this all in the name of Jesus. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, Father, thank you very much for that. Let's take a look then at the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by the Barnes DeMoor Group, financial advisors at Morgan Stanley in Sioux Falls. The Barnes DeMoor Group can be reached at 605-338-6500, located at 300 Sharapa Place, Suite 503 in Sioux Falls. Products and services by Morgan Stanley Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC. Let's start with the visiting team, the Watertown Arrows, starting for the Arrows, number 2, Adam DeYoung. Number 10, Parker Schmitz. Number 22, Solomon Bach. Number 24, Brandon Flory. And number 44, Blake Holden. Now for the starters for the O'Gorman Knights.
Number 4, Luke Ronzek. Number 10, the 6'3 junior, Jack Cartwright. Senior, 6'3, number 22, Jeremy Jones. 6'5 junior, Okoy, and 6'8, number 50, the house, Brady Back.
All right, again, those are your starting lineups brought to you by the Barnes DeMoor Group financial advisors at Morgan Stanley. Both teams are on the floor. The O'Gorman Knights in their home white jerseys, blue numbers and letters with gold trim and blue pentagons on either side of the leg. Watertown Arrows in their away purple jerseys, gold numbers and letters, and white trim. Okoy on to jump for the Knights, and jumping for the Arrows is Solomon Bach, number 22, a 6'6 senior forward. And we are ready. Here's the tip, and it goes in favor of Watertown. Bach got his hand on it first, so here's Parker Schmidt crossing half court for the Arrows. He'll kick it over left wing to start things off to Flory. Flory holding the ball above his head, kicks it back up top, then over right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt moves up top, but a foul is going to be called. I think a little bit of pushing there from Schmidt.
He dropped his elbow. He dropped his shoulder on it. Yep, little charge, a little offensive foul.
So first foul for Parker Schmidt of the game. First team foul for the Watertown Arrows. Knights get it for the first time tonight. Here's Luke Ronsick crossing half court for OG. He's going to move over right wing, dump it up top to Jeremy Jones, then over left wing to Jack Cartwright. Cartwright inside the house. Brady back on the left block, kicks it back out to Ronsick left wing. He goes to the baseline, tries to kick it out, but it's stolen away by Parker Schmidt midair. Schmidt crossing half court, passes it over left wing to DeYoung. DeYoung goes baseline, nothing there. Kicks it back out left corner, then rotated around the arc to the right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt up top to DeYoung. DeYoung over left wing to Bach. Bach inside now to Blake Holden. Holden goes baseline, over back, good from the left side. And the Arrows are the first team on the board tonight.
Yeah, Holden just took, Brady gave up the baseline. He just took it right to the basket. So
Here's Luke Ronzik for OG, moving from top to bottom, but around the arc to the left side, down to the left corner. Nothing there. Rotates it around to Jeremy Jones on the right wing. Then up top to Beck. Beck over left wing to Cartwright. He pump fakes, throws it up top to Ronzik. Cartwright gets it back. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cartwright, pass up top to Okoye. He steps in, long two underway, no good, and rebounded by Flory. Flory's going to outlet it to Schmidt. Schmidt wasting no time down the right side of the floor. Watertown moving from my left to my right. O'Gorman then right to left. It's going from left wing in is DeYoung. He has the ball stolen away. Ronzik coast to coast. Right-handed layup is good.
Just a nice, easy steal. Took it down. Nothing. Good play by Luke Ronzik.
By the way, if you're watching on our video stream on YouTube, it's going to be more of an up and down thing, so just kind of watch and listen. For our radio listeners, that's again Watertown from left to right, OG from right to left. So here's Watertown, top of the key, Brandon Flory. He's going to kick it over right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt then inside to Bach. He's going to turn around, jumper, good for two. 4-2, Watertown up 2 minutes in to this first quarter.
That was a nice turnaround jumper.
A beautiful move, move. And over top of an OG defender nonetheless. Ronzik crosses half court, kicks it right wing to Cartwright. Cartwright up top to Okoye. Okoye looking inside, instead is going to kick it to Ronzik right wing. Ronzik takes the pick from Okoye, moves up top, dribbles inside, kicks it out to Cartwright left wing. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cartwright dribbling top of the key, hands it to Okoye. Okoye points, gives it back to Cartwright, then left corner to Ronzik. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beck gets the ball, left block, turns around, puts it up, too much onion on it, but Okoye's there to rebound. Throws it up top to Ronzik, he drives in, hands it off the back, good from the right side.
Brady wasn't looking for it.
No.
I love how Luke came in and passed it off the back and kind of fumbled a little bit, but nice move by Brady.
Here is Watertown back in action. Knights tied up at 4-all, 5:10 to play. Right wing, long three, up by Flory, and just like that, Watertown's back up now, 7-4 with 5:05 to play in this first quarter.
They got to get on him. They can't give him so much room.
Here's Ronzik left wing, guarded by Schmidt. Throws it up top, then over right wing. Jeremy Jones almost out of bounds, but he's able to grab it before it hits the arrows on the bench. Jones checks it up top, gets it back, drives inside, hands it to back at the free throw line. He tries for a free throw, a two-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Jeremy Jones. He going from the right side, and he hits the deck to draw the foul.
You see that one-handed? He threw it up, and he's falling down to the. Nice move.
The timing was absolutely perfect, and I think if you ask him to do it again, it might be tricky.
Nope. I'd like to see that again, though.
But nonetheless, that'll be the first foul on Adam DeYoung, a 5'11 senior guard. And Jeremy Jones will step up to the line to shoot one free throw. Beck will check out. Cartwright checks out as well.
Norton and Bauer are in for the Knights.
A couple subs coming in from Watertown, too. I apologize, I missed those as I was scratching on this piece of paper. Looks like number 12, Evan Falconer in for Watertown as Jeremy Jones misses his free throw. Score remains 6-7. Knights trailing with 4:38 to play in this first quarter. Adam DeYoung, top of the key, kicks it over right wing to Falconer. Falconer inside the right block to Pierre Lier. Shot up, no good, rebounded by OG. And here's Jeremy Jones left wing. He dribbles inside, kicks it up top to Norton. Norton over right wing to Ronzik. Ronzik, pump fakes, dribbles up top, hands it to Canyon Bauer. Bauer then over to Okoye right wing. He drives inside, kicks it baseline to the left block, I should say, to Jeremy Jones. Turns around, puts it up, no good, rebounded by the Arrows.
Nice move though. I like how Jones plays. I like him.
And here's Evan Falconer crossing half court on the right side for the Arrows. He's going to rotate it around to the left wing to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles inside, throws it across, but stolen by Okoye. Okoye to the basket, right hand up, no good. Instead is going to draw the foul from Pierre Lier.
He was right on his tail though going, so he wanted to go for that. He wanted to go for the jam.
Absolutely, and it's like I always say, if you're going to foul somebody hard, and Lier did just that, a 6'2 senior guard. So Okoye will go to the line to shoot a couple free throws. Okoye, 6'5 junior forward. About a 59% free throw shooter on the year, and the first shot is good for his first point of the night.
We were always told, make him earn that basket. Don't give it to him, make him earn it. Make him earn it at the line.
Absolutely. I like that. I'm going to steal that. That's mine now. I'm kidding.
1979.
Okoye's second shot, no problem. By the way, Cole Brune checked in for OG, a 6'4 senior guard. Moving down the right side of the floor, now wasting no time, is Falconer. He's going to kick it over left wing to Schmidt. Schmidt looking inside, holding the ball over top of his head, is able to find Bach. Bach kicks it out, then over right corner to Flory. Flory up top to Bach. Bach dribbling inside, guarded by Okoye, checks it back out to the right wing to Flory. He's going to move up top and hand it over to Schmidt. Schmidt pass over left wing to Lear. Lear inside, guarded by Bauer, kicks it up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bach at the top of the key. Loses the ball. It's almost stolen away, but he's able to get it away to Schmidt. Schmidt, top to bottom, left hand, no good. Blocked by Zach Norton. It goes out of bounds.
Watertown ball.
I think it should be Watertown ball. Yeah, it looks like Norton got his hand on it, which means a fresh
shot clock,
I believe. Yeah.
Yep, they give him 35.
Officials are checking it out over at the scorer's table just to make sure.
I thought they ran out.
I thought they did too, and I think that's what head coach.
They put one on. They changed it.
There we go. All right,
yep,
so no fresh shot clock.
Yep.
The arrows from the left side of the lane. 1 second on the shot clock. Here's the inbound up top to Lear. He turns around, throws it up in the air, and it goes out of bounds. The Knights get it back one way or the other, whether it's out of bounds or shot clock violation. The Knights are leading 8-7, 3:12 left in this first quarter at O'Gorman High School.
Here comes Blake Holden back in, and he's in for Solomon Bach.
And Mr. Brady Beck steps back on for Okoye.
I'm watching this matchup because I know both of these young men. As we know Brady, and I know Mr. Holden.
That's right. Brady Beck, a 6'8 senior center. Going to go play lineman at SDSU next year for Coach Stiglmeyer. And Blake Holden, a 6'3 senior forward, is going to go to the other place.
Yeah, he's going down south. He's going red. That's where his dad was and everything, so he's going USD.
USD, tight end, I believe, correct?
Yep.
The Knights trying to work the ball around their floor a little bit. Zach Norton gets it right wing, but is going to be called for a travel. So Watertown gets it right back. Knights not able to capitalize on some good defense on Watertown's last possession, I should say. Clock at 2:57 now. 8-7, Knights with the lead. Here's the inbounds, and the Knights putting on a little bit of a press. It's Cole Baroon versus Brandon Flory. But Flory crosses half court. Dribbles it inside to Lear. Lear, right side of the free throw line, dumps it back up top. It hits off the face of Falconer, but he's able to track it back down. He's going to move over to the right wing, step inside, guarded heavily by Norton. Falconer is able to get it out to Lear. Lear up top now, guarded by Bauer. Drives inside, right-handed layup's no good. The putback by Holden's no good either. It's tipped around, and Holden's able to snag this one away. Holden throws it up top to Falconer. He's going to hand it off to Flory. Flory, right corner to Lear, inside to Holden. Can't get it away, and it's going to be stolen by OG. Brady Beck getting a hand on it. Here's Norton, right wing, uncontested three, off the front of the rim. Tipped and stolen back by Luke Ronzik.
Wow, he put one up, but nobody was there.
Nobody was there.
I was shocked. I'm sorry, but you normally don't do that.
You don't usually go for the easy bucket right in front of the basket, but tried the three. Didn't quite pay off this time. Inside to Canyon Bauer, kicks back out top of the key. Norton tries for another three from the top. No good there, but Ronzik gets the offensive rebound, checks it back up top. Here's Cole Brune, left wing. Brune dribbles up top, kicks it to Ronzik, left wing. He pump fakes for a three, drives baseline, steps back out. Looking in, dumps it off to Norton just behind him. Norton goes inside, backdoor passes it to Beck. He can't hit the floater in front of the rim. Checks it out to Norton. Norton inside, then out to Brune, left wing. Uncontested three after a fancy dribble and airs it out of bounds. The Knights not spectacular on their shooting tonight. And we need a timeout. 8-7, Knights leading Watertown Arrows. 1:30 to play in the first quarter. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Fairtex Inc. is a locally owned and operated tax and bookkeeping company serving Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. We prepare tax returns for individuals and businesses and provide a range of financial services for small businesses. Fairtex Inc. is located at 1727 South Cleveland Avenue and can be reached at 605-336-1669 and online at fairtexinc.com. Member NATP and NAEA.
Pregnant. One word, many emotions. Catholic Family Services provides free and confidential counseling to birth parents regardless of faith or ethnic origin. The birth parents will receive information and resources to help make the right decision for them. To inquire about the process, speak with the pregnancy counselor or schedule an appointment, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775 or email cfs@sfcatholic.org.
Back at O'Gorman High School, Watertown working the ball around the floor. Holden goes in for a layup, but Okoye with the swat. Here's Okoye now going right corner, baseline. No good on the right-handed layup, and Watertown gets it back with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Knights leading 8-7.
Nice defense by Okoye down here on Holden.
So here's Falconer at the top of the key for the Arrows. He's going to rotate it down to the right corner in the hands of Flory. Flory Throws it up top to Falconer. He drives right side of the lane. Has the ball swatted out of his hands by Cartwright. Norton's going to snag it away, hand it back over to Cartwright as he crosses half court. There's about a 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Game clock at 25. Let you do the math there. The Knights are going to try one final offensive move here before the end of the first.
How many turnovers, Watertown, have we caused? A few.
I count at least 4, or 3 for sure, maybe 4, just off of blocks and steals.
Yep. So, I mean, they're playing very aggressive tonight, which I love.
Here's Cartwright, 6 seconds on the game clock, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Okoye gets it right wing, 3 up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds with 0.6 seconds on the clock. It'll stay with OG. This will be a quick grab and shoot.
Under the basket, Kenyon Bauer's got the ball. He'll bring it in.
Bauer on the left side of the lane. Knights stack up, spread out. Here's the inbound to Norton, left wing, 3 up, and good!
Oh, baby!
Zach Norton seals off the first quarter, 11-7. The Knights leading the Watertown Arrows. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
You're listening to the RPR Network. FM 94.5, KGWD Sioux Falls, and FM 91.3, KSTJ Hartford. Real Presence Radio, your family of faith and hope.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. I'm Andy Demore, financial advisor with the Barnes Demore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office. Thad Barnes and myself know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. We can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Andy and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Big Rig Barbecue brings a Texas-style barbecue to South Dakota. They use a real wood smoker for all their meats every single day. Big Rig Barbecue serves sliced brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and ribs. They offer pre-orders for smaller events and gatherings and cater for large events including parties, meetings, and graduations. Big Rig Barbecue's new sit-down location is on the corner of 41st and Minnesota. Their website, bigrigbbbq.net.
Start of the second quarter. Goodness sakes, where are we? Second quarter at O'Gorman High School. Knights leading the Watertown Arrows 11-7. Knights starting off this quarter. Brady Beck jumper from the right block. No good there. Watertown wasting no time getting down court. Michael Promas here alongside Dan Johnson. And here's Blake Holden at the top of the key for the Arrows. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Mason Morris, a 5'10 junior guard in for the first time tonight. Dumps it inside to Holden. Holden over the head pass over to the left wing into the hands of Schmidt. Schmidt inside, left block shot way high. Cartwright got a hand on it, but rebound by Watertown. They're going to work it around the arc to the right wing to DeYoung. Inside to Holden, loses the ball. Schmidt is able to track it down, though. Check it out to DeYoung right wing. Then up top to Bach. Bach inside, spin move over Okoye. Front of the rim shot, no good. Put back by Holden, no good there. Grab by Bach. That second putback is good. Hardly keep up with it. Solomon Bach, a 6'6 senior.
They're letting them play.
The second, they are, absolutely.
They're letting them play underneath. I just right underneath me here. I'm standing right over the basket here, they're letting them play.
And it's pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Ronzik top the key, 3 up, no good. Score remains 11-9. Brady Beck gets the rebound, wrestles away, reverse layup.
Oh, Brady!
There we go, Mr. Beck.
He needs a good game like this.
And that's just something we haven't seen a whole lot from Brady Beck this year. A lot of down low, hard physical play, but we're going to get plenty of that tonight as long as he can stay with Blake Holden. Here's Bach, top the key for the Watertown Arrows. Again, Arrows moving from my left to my right. Inverse goes for OG. Left wing, Parker Schmidt for the Arrows. Hands it off to Morris. Morris dribbles up top, kicks it right wing to DeYoung. DeYoung fakes inside, dumps it off to Holden, right block. Moves in, flips at the shot, and just off the rim. No good, and rebounded by Beck.
Nice move by Holden, though. He got it, and Brady kind of kept it distance, didn't put too much pressure on him.
Here's Luke Ronsick for OG. Right wing, kicks it up top to Jeremy Jones. Jones over left wing to Cartwright. Inside pass to Beck, left block. Flips it out to Ronsick, 3 up, no good, and Holden gets the rebound. 5:56 to play in the second quarter. 13-9, and going left wing to the basket is DeYoung. No good on the shots, and after a couple tips, a foul called on OG. That'll be on Mr. Beck. His second already of the game, second team foul rather, for the Knights.
He was over the line. Over the back.
And Parker Schmidt going to the line to shoot a couple shots. Schmidt, 6-foot senior guard. First time at the line tonight. Takes a couple dribbles, bent the knee, flicked the wrist up and good.
Who we got coming in? Norton, Bauer, and Fisher. Brandon Fisher in now in first time for the Knights tonight.
Beck's going to take a little bit of a rest. So Schmidt readies his second. It's up and tips off front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Okoye. Score remains 13-10. 5:45 to play in the second quarter.
You know, as Holden went out too when Beck went out. So, I mean, that's.
Here's Ronsick crossing half court for OG. Flips it inside, but then kicked back out to Norton right wing. He charges inside. He's going to be called for a charge, and that's a good call. Knocked over Brandon Flory, the 6-foot senior guard, who had his feet planted, and Norton just kind of made a move inside and plowed him over. Usually he's going to take that three, but he probably got some info from his coach saying, bring it in a little bit.
Yep, take it.
I think that's a good call as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, first foul called on Zach Norton, 13th foul for the Knights. Back in the hands of the Arrows, top of the key. Here's Mason Morris, kicks it over right wing to Lear. Lear pulls up for a three over Ronsick. No good, rebounded by Okoye. Okoye hands it off to Ronsick, and he'll run point. Moves across half court, flips it to Norton left wing. Norton looking inside, flips it up top to Ronsick. No, check that. That is Brandon Fisher. Fisher moves over right wing, throws it up top to Canyon Bauer, Bauer up top over to Ronsick, then down to the left corner. Norton up and good with the three. So he's tried for three and finally got one to fall in. That extends the Knights lead 16-10. Just under 5 to play in the second quarter.
Okay, Fisher and Ronsick kind of got the same haircut. I can see that now. As I'm looking, I can see that.
And Fisher's a little bit bigger, but yeah. Here's Solomon Bach, left corner, long three up, no good, and Lear going over the top of Fisher to get the rebound. Wrestling match for the ball on the floor, and looks like a timeout called on the floor. Knights will retain possession. 16-10, 4:39 to play in the second. We'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Hi, this is Mark Konzemius. In 1987, Bishop Paul Dudley and a group of business leaders started the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota to help raise, manage, and distribute God's gifts as determined by donors' intent. 28 years later, we continue to grow their vision and legacy of faith. Many choose the Catholic Community Foundation for the charitable giving because of our commitment to Catholic, moral, and social values. Learn more about how you can leave a legacy of faith through the Catholic Community Foundation at 605-988-3788 or visit cfesd.org.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides taxes, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 33 locations in 14 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace to 2,000 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, and while you were away, the Knights inbound quickly. Goes from the left wing inside to Norton. Norton follows up with the layup. 18-10, Knights with the lead over Watertown. 4:10 to play in the second quarter, but here's Watertown back with it. Morris, right corner, inside pass. The Bach is going to be knocked out of bounds by Okoye. And I think Okoye is lucky he probably didn't get a foul called on there. That was a pretty decent little shove by the junior.
Like how he plays underneath here. He gets to be a little aggressive, but he got away with it.
He did. Like you said earlier, letting him play a little bit, which I'm fine with because they're calling it very fairly. Here's Morris, top of the key for Watertown. Looks right, but kicks it left to Falconer. Falconer over right wing into the hands of Bach. Bach then moves inside, kicks it back out to Morris, but the shot clock sounds, but a last-second shot by Falconer. At the half-court line falls in.
He just threw it up like a.
I don't think he even meant to make that shot.
Wow.
So 18-13. Those are the shots you love. We got it on camera. Yes, we did. We got it on camera, and it's on YouTube. We'll watch it again later. Ronsick on the left wing tries to check it inside to Brandon Fisher, but he's going to be fouled as he receives the pass. It's going to be on number 10, Parker Schmidt, his second.
Yeah. So here comes Holden back in for the Arrows. Let's see what we can do with Brady coming back.
Possibly we'll see. No, looks like Jeremy Jones is going to check in for OG. Brandon Fisher will step out. We learned something interesting about Holden as well.
Yeah. Holden's grandparents, which I know the Holden family, his Blake's grandma and grandpa both graduate from O'Gorman.
There we go, 66 and...
hang on, they're not that old.
Knights inbound left block. Okoye gets it, moves in for the layup, good. 20-13 Knights with the lead as we'll check our O'Gorman graduation data. Here's Watertown then over on the left wing. Solomon Bach. Bach moves inside after pump fake right wing and good. Slices between Okoye and Bauer for the two.
I like that little move he had right there.
Well, Knights wasting no time. Jeremy Jones goes down the right side of the floor into the to the baseline. Fires it out to Norton left corner for the three. 23-15, and for Zach Norton, that is 3 threes on the night. 11 points for that young man, but a quick response from Watertown going top to bottom is Parker Schmidt on the layup. So 23-17 to catch you up. 2:45 to play in the second quarter. OG with it. Norton top the key. Kicks it to Okoye left wing. Tries for a three off the far side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Flory. Flory's going to check it out. Moving down the side of the floor is Schmidt. Checks it to the left wing. Then gets it back. Then around the arc to the right wing to Flory. Flory dribbles up top. Guarded by Ronsick. Kicks it back out right wing to Falconer. Falconer inside to Bach. Bach turnaround jumper from the right block is good. It's 23-19 now. 2:15 to play in the second.
You can sense Watertown wants to push it down court. They want to pick up the tempo on their end.
And the Knights, like we have seen this year, they like to slow it down a little bit. That's kind of where they live, so they can run their offense, which is very nice. But top to bottom, Norton to Okoye, and Okoye with the layup, a fake around Blake Holden from right to left toward the basket. Good for two, 25-19. But here is Holden, right block, shot up and rejected by Okoye. Here's Zach Norton, top of the key, kicks it right wing to Ronsick. Ronsick with the three, no good, and rebounded by Flory. He's going to step out of bounds, and they're going to say, yeah, he was out of bounds.
Yep, O'Gorman ball under the basket. But
wow,
that
Flory
block. That block by Okoye on Blake.
Unbelievable move. And so I think we have a good matchup. We might see Okoye and Beck sharing time under the basket, giving Holden a workout. Here's the inbound left side of the lane to Okoye. Okoye then hands it up top to Norton. Norton rotates it around the arc to the right wing to Jones. Jones tries for a contested three, and good. Jeremy Jones' first three of the game, 5 points for him. 28-19, Knights pulling away with $1.23 to play in the second quarter. Right wing pass down to Holden is going to be tipped out of bounds. Holden can't quite get to it, and he's showing his wear and tear a little bit.
Minute 21 to go here in the half, and you can see the tide's turning a little bit. O'Gorman's picking up the pace a little bit, and the three is keeping us in this. Who's in now? Eddie. Cousin Eddie's in. Myler's in. 6'5" sophomore. I like him. He's young. He's going to be good.
A good player. Absolutely great player. Here's Cartwright crossing half court for OG. Kicks it to Jeremy Jones right wing. He steps in, and a foul's going to be called on the shot. He might have gotten away with the travel a little bit there, too. Watertown disagreeing. I can understand why. That foul's going to be on number 44, Blake Holden, his first.
Okay, on Blake, his grandparents, as I said, has ties to O'Gorman. His grandfather, Greg, graduated in 66, and his grandmother, Mary Ann Leonards, was her maiden name, graduated in 67. And his aunt, Colleen, graduated here a little bit later, back in the late 80s and stuff. So very good history of the Holden family here at O'Gorman. So, because my wife's related to the Leonard side, so that's how I know all this.
Oh, there we go.
But
everybody.
I watch Holden grow up. I watch Blake grow up. Nice young man.
So
good family.
5 fouls now for the Watertown Arrows. Jeremy Jones at the line. A couple shots fall in. 30-19. The $1.08 to play in this first quarter. Here's Watertown wasting no time. Down the right side of the floor is Falconer. Falconer down to the right corner to DeYoung. DeYoung looking inside, dumps it off right block to Bach. Bach turns around, flips it out to the left wing. Long three. No, Schmidt pump fakes the three. Caught me even. Drove in. No good on the layup. Rebounded by Brune. 44 seconds to play in the second quarter. Here's Jeremy Jones going down the right side of the floor. Straight to the basket. No good in front of the rim, but draws the foul.
He's going the line for two. 39.5 seconds to go.
So Jeremy Jones at the line for the second time tonight. 2 for 2 so far. Jeremy Jones, as we've mentioned earlier this year, the Washington High School transfer, a 6'3" senior guard with OG connections.
First shot falls in this time.
Okay, Flory's in and DeYoung's out for the Arrows of Watertown.
8 points for Jeremy Jones so far. He'll try to make that 9 here. Takes a deep breath. 2 dribbles, spins the ball once, bend the knee, flick the wrist, up and good. 32-19, Knights with the lead. 39 seconds to play in the second quarter. Arrows wasting no time. Parker Schmidt, long pass on the right side of the court to Flory. Flory checks it up top to Falconer. Falconer over left wing to Lear. Lear up top to Schmidt. Schmidt waving his arms, holding the ball above his head, dribbles inside, kicks it to Lear left wing. He tries to go inside, loses the ball as he heads to the basket. A whistle on the floor, and a foul is going to be called on OG.
Jones or Canyon?
Lear getting tangled up a little bit with Jeremy Jones, his first foul of the game. 4th team foul for the Knights.
Lear's going to the line.
So Pierre Lear, 6'2", senior guard. Is no points on the day. 1 foul, though, and his first shot's up off the back iron. No good.
Okay, 21.1 seconds to go here. Young's back in. Flory's out.
And the Knights check in Okoye. And it looks like we're going to see Cole Hardy in for the first time tonight, a 6-foot junior guard. Cole Brune will take a seat. Lear, his second shot up off the back iron again, no good, rebounded by Okoye. 20 seconds left to play in this first half. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds now as Cartwright crosses half court on the right side of the floor. Guarded heavily. 10 seconds now. Norton at the top of the key. 8 seconds. Norton dribbling, hands it off to Cartwright. 5 seconds. Cartwright at the top of the key. Dribbles inside, kicks it out to Norton right wing. 2 seconds. Norton top of the key. Fires up a crazy 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Buzzer sounds, and at half, the O'Gorman Knights lead the Watertown Arrows 32-19. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the Knights halftime show sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickelman. We'll also have the newest edition of Inside O'Gorman previewing a conference or retreat going on here at OG tomorrow. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Whether you need to be fitted with eyeglasses or contact lenses, or you need a comprehensive eye exam, Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls utilizes the latest technology and treatments available. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a wide selection of eye care products, including sunwear, eyewear, and contact lenses to fit your specific eye care needs. Barnett Vision Clinic offers a same-day pay for patients without vision coverage. Their number is 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Crossroads Book and Music is a local source for Catholic gifts and supplies for this Christmas season. From rosaries and medals to devotionals and Bibles, Crossroads is here with materials to help individuals give a gift with meaning that will last a lifetime. Crossroads also has a large selection of personalized gifts that make gift giving extra special. Crossroads Book and Music, 41st Street and Grange Avenue in Sioux Falls.
On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Heath Dickelman. With the Knights Halftime Show, here's your host, Michael Promes.
Welcome into the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickelman. Michael Promes here alongside Dan Johnson. And at half, the O'Gorman Knights are leading the Watertown Arrows 32-19. And Dan, your thoughts on that first half of play?
Well, you got to give Norton sitting here with 11 points. You know, coming off the bench, you've got 3 threes, and what is he, about 3 for 6, about 50% from the three-point line tonight?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of outside shooting, but I really like the way Okoye's playing.
Yeah.
Against Blake Holden. Here's this Here's Blake at 6'3", what, 230?
Easy. Yeah,
Easy,
I'd say 220,
he's pretty beefy. Good kid, and good size to him. And here, and Coy is kind of showing him a little bit about basketball. And I mean, I'm just, and he's put some moves on him, and Blake hadn't seen that. So it's I like the way Okoye's playing, and we keep that inside like that. We had Brady in there before in the matchup, which I love that. The Holden, the Beck matchup, them two. They're both good-sized kids. Brady's a little bit bigger on him, but, it's going to be an outside game. I think we're going to come out shooting in the end. Watertown wanted to pick it up, but I think Roby's going to want to pick up the tempo a little bit more because he wants to get these guys into sync and a rhythm. So I think we're going to come out and really see a different O'Gorman in the third quarter.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what you touched on a little bit there in shutting down Blake Holden, I think Okoye and Brady Beck, the joint effort there, as they both got some playing time, have done a good job of really isolating him, preventing him from really doing a whole lot of damage. He's still doing a great job tonight for the Watertown Arrows. But I know that was one of the biggest concerns because he's easily one of the top players, most disruptive players on the Watertown squad.
But he's got that presence in there. He's got that, intimidation.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whoa. I'm going to play against this 6'3", 240. I'm like, wow. But Okoye being a junior hasn't phased him one bit. And Eddie Myler's been in there a little bit, played tonight. We're seeing a lot of other players. I like how Roby's circling everybody through. It's keeping everybody fresh.
Absolutely, and I think they're doing a great job of that so far, and we can expect a lot of that in the second half. You're listening to tonight's halftime show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Keith Dickerman. We'll step aside, and hopefully we'll be able to hear from Jordan Pennell, youth director at St. Catherine Drexel, and to hear about the restart retreat, or conference, that's going on here at OG tomorrow. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is looking to you to make sure they're safe, protected, and taken care of. Knights of Columbus Insurance offers the protection they need, whether it's term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, annuities, retirement planning, estate planning, or an insurance analysis. Please call Heath Dickelman at 605-351-7978. Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back to the Knights halftime show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance field agent, Heath Dickelman. And I'm trying to catch my breath here. I apologize. Dan, take over.
Hey, we're having fun up here. Look at this crowd today. Hey, did you see it St. Lambert's and Christ King School night?
That's right. Let's talk about that for Inside O'Gorman. I apologize. I'm trying to find Jordan Pennell. He's somewhere. But I ran downstairs. I'm overweight.
That's one nice thing about it. Every year, well, I should say every year. I think they started this last year.
Yeah.
They bring in the elementary schools, and they come to a home game, and all the kids get in, I believe, for, maybe $1 or whatever and stuff. And look at them out here shooting baskets on the court. It's a future of O'Gorman right here, folks.
Exactly.
10 years from now, 8 years from now, this is going to be the O'Gorman Knights.
We see a lot of fantastic future Knights down there. A shooting contest going on. Aaron, can we get a shot of the floor?
But
it's some of the jumps we got here, and like you mentioned, I actually got to dig in a little bit here to this featured school night, and this is Inside O'Gorman, sponsored by the Sioux Falls Catholic Schools. There's 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school, exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Each and every school is dedicated to the mission of forming a community of faith and learning by promoting a Catholic way of life through gospel values and academic excellence. Talk to Suzanne Gale from the diocese, and they sponsor, I should say from Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, they sponsor a school or a couple schools for O'Gorman home varsity games.
Yep.
Tonight it's St. Lambert's and Christ the King, and eventually they'll do Holy Spirit, St. Mary's, St. Catherine Drexel, and St. Michael's.
Yeah, but Colleen Davis, the principal at St. Lambert's, if Brett's listening, I know Brett is. I got to get my St. Lambert plug in.
Of course.
That's my church, and that's my kid went to school. So hats off to St. Lambert's, Christ the King. I mean, this is great turnout. Look at the crowd over there tonight. This is good.
Absolutely fantastic. If you're wondering when your school is going to be featured at O'Gorman, I just give OG the office a call, and they'll be able to get you all that information. I didn't get a schedule exactly, but like you said, I think it's free admission actually for the students from those schools. Yep. They have some kind of prizes that you can get, sponsored by Cell Only, from what I've been told. Got some prizes, some treats, and all that for shooting the free throws. So a really cool little thing, and it looks like a lot of fun. And hats off to OG for hosting something like this.
And it's great. We're making memories for these young men and women in third, fourth grade. You're going, hey, I'll be out here in 5-6 years. This is where I'll be in 5-6 years out here playing basketball. This is my dream, to graduate from O'Gorman, finish Catholic school.
Exactly. And, kids their age do have that it's their high school. It's the Knights, and it's a lot of fun. So you're listening to the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent, Heath Dickelman, and this has been Inside O'Gorman, sponsored by the Sioux Falls Catholic Schools. We'll step aside one more time. The third quarter coming up here at O'Gorman High School. The Knights leading the Arrows 32-19, and that's right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf, a 1999 O'Gorman alum, is a proud third-generation O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate, following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is located at 229 West 39th Street and can be reached at 605-334-8000.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, getting ready for the start of the third quarter here. You've been listening to the Knights Halftime Show, sponsored by your Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent, Mr. Heath Dickelman. I did get a phone call from Jordan Pinnell, the youth director over at St. Catherine Drexel. Gave me some information, things to talk about quick for the rally, the youth rally that's going on here at O'Gorman High School tomorrow night at 7 p.m., the restart event featuring Father Leo, a chef slash breakdancer slash priest. Fantastic man. He's going to be the keynote speaker. I am getting the honor of being the MC or the host or whatnot. Don't know why they asked me, but I will be there as well for that. So be sure to look into it and stop by. Silver Valley is also going to be playing starting at 6 o'clock, so it should be a good time. Watertown starts things off here to start the third quarter, moving from my right to my left. They go from top to bottom, trying to get the layup, but nothing doing. Brady Beck getting the rebound. O'Gorman then from left to right. Again, Knights leading 32-19 in the early seconds. Okoye fakes out Bach.
See, Okoye got the moves tonight, doesn't he?
He does.
He's got the moves tonight.
Came ready to play. And now that's 8 points on the night for Okoye, 34-19 over on the right wing. Here is Bach. He's going to kick it up top. The key. Ball almost lost by Flory, but is able to recover and hands it off to Holden. Holden checks it over right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt inside, gets it back over on the right corner, dribbles inside, almost being traveling there, kicks it back out to block in the right corner. Brady Beck getting the block as Bach runs baseline. Beck, flips it out to Jeremy Jones, moves down the left side of the floor, into the lane, kicks it out to the right corner to Cartwright. 3 up off the wide side, and rebounded by Blake Holden.
But I like how Brady's playing down there. Brady needs to get some more playing time. He needs that experience.
Parker Schmidt moving down the left side of the floor, tries to pass it off, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Ronsick. And Watertown will inbound right in front of the O'Gorman fan section.
And she just had a ball where she was just laughing at the ref, and the ref was laughing back at her.
Here's the inbound up top. Parker Schmidt, the 6-foot senior guard, checks it inside. Bach tries to get it away, but it's going to be tipped away. O'Gorman tried to grab it, but Watertown recovers. Holden inside, passes it, and good with the layup. 34-21 Knights.
Nice heads-up play by Blake, by Holden.
6:25 to play in the third quarter. Here's Luke Ronsick, right wing, checks it up top to Jones. Jones over left wing to Cartwright. Cartwright looking inside, throws it up top to Okoye. He pump fakes, dribbles once, pulls it up for two, no good. Rolls out of bounds, tipped by OG, and Beck grabs it. Beck throws it up top to Okoye, then to Cartwright left wing, long three up, and a foul's going to be called on Okoye as he hits the deck.
Yep.
They're going to say he ran into number 2, Adam DeYoung, after he passed the ball.
He brought his leg up.
Right.
He brought his knee up. You can't do that.
That's Okoye's first foul of the game. First team foul this half for the Knights. Adam DeYoung crossing half court down the middle for the Arrows. Kicks it over left wing to Parker Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles to the right corner. Picks up his dribble, throws it up top to Lear. No, check that. That's Flory. Flory checks it over left wing to Bach, rather. They have a Beck and a Bach on either side of the team. Bach goes from top to bottom. Left-handed layup is good after it was almost stolen by Okoye.
2 times they've done that now. That little no-look pass. I like that.
And a beautiful move.
Yeah.
Beautiful move. Up top for the Knights is Jack Cartwright. Kick it over left wing to Jeremy Jones. Jones inside to Okoye. Okoye kicks it back up top to Ronsick. Ronsick moves inside, loses the ball, goes for a shot, but it's going to roll out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Watertown. So the Knights will inbound left side of the lane on their own baseline just below us here. Zach Norton will check in for OG, as will Canyon Bauer for Beck and Cartwright.
Holden's out now. And Pierre Lear is in.
Inbound for OG, goes over to the left wing to Norton, and he follows up with a beautiful 3. Dan, would you believe it? That's the 4th completed three-pointer for Zach Norton on the night.
Yep.
14 points so far for that young man. Knights lead 37-23, 5:15 on the board in the third quarter.
We got a long night ahead here.
Top of the key is Flory. He's going to try to throw it down the left corner, but Okoye is there to knock the ball out of bounds and into somebody's popcorn as that trickles onto the floor.
Look like Harlem Globetrotters over there where the popcorn comes flying out of the crowd. Get that gal some more popcorn. Come on.
We should give the band boosters a mention.
Yeah.
Working down at the concession stand. If you're here listening, we appreciate it. Go get some popcorn because it is delicious.
That lady needs some new bag.
Somebody get this woman some popcorn. It's worth it. And I even heard that they put extra oil in it, extra butter or whatever to flavor it. See, it's extra good at the basketball games. Inbound goes up top, then over left wing, all the way to the other side of the floor to the right corner. Parker Schmidt airs it out for 3. Okoye is there to pick it up, throws it down the floor. Norton follows up with a breakaway layup. Going from the left side of the floor to the right and top to bottom. Beautiful move there by Norton. 39-23 Knights.
You could see him. He was coming right towards us. We saw it all the way.
And over on the left wing, driving it inside is Falconer. He's going to head to the line and be fouled hard. Misses his shot. And I think that's going to be on Luke Ronsick. Yeah, his first of the game. Second team foul already for the Knights.
Okay, we got 2 Knights going to check in. Cole Bruin and Cartwright.
First shot by Falconer is up and good.
Jones and Ronsick will take a breather. Bauer, Okoye, Norton, Bruin, and Cartwright in for the Knights.
Evan Falconer, the 5'10 junior guard, readies his second shot. It's up and in and out. Score remains 39-24, 4:38 to play in the third quarter. Here's Cartwright crossing half court for the Knights. He's going to dribble over right wing and hand it off to Norton. Norton dribbles up top from the right wing, then back over to the right wing. Pulls up, fires a 3. No good off the back iron. And Cole Bruin's going to be called for going over the back of Pierre Lear. Excuse me. Yep. That'll be Cole Bruin's first foul of the game. Third team foul now for the Knights.
Well, you got a 14-point lead here. We're staying in that double figure. That's the.
Lear will inbound into the hands of Falconer. Falconer guarded by Cartwright, wastes no time. Getting down the floor, hands it off to Lear on the right wing. Then Lear dribbles up top, over to the right wing, the hands of Morris. Morris on the dribble, throws it up top to Falconer. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Falconer kicks it right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt, guarded by Norton, dribbles inside, throws it up top to Bach. Bach pump fakes, dribbles right, pulls it up, no good on the long 3 off the back iron and rebounded by Cartwright. Cartwright in transition, crosses half court on the right side of the floor. He'll slow it down now, guarded by Falconer. Falconer follows Cartwright's over, but then Cartwright dumps it over to Bruin, right wing. He dribbles inside, no good on the shot. Picked up by Coy and thrown away out of bounds. It'll go back to the Arrows. But I think a smart turnover by Coy.
Yeah, nice thought. He thought Cole was going to be out there, and he just tossed it back to him. He wasn't ready for it. So.
And usually you'd say, get control of the ball and make a smart pass, but he was swarmed by Arrows players. He's lucky he even got it away in the first place.
Okay, Holden's back in for the Knights, and Salmon Bach taking a breather.
39-24, Knights with the lead, 3:40 to play in this third quarter. Here's Adam DeYoung getting the inbound, guarded heavily by Zach Norton, but he's able to cross half court finally. He's going to dribble over to the left wing, throw it back up top into the hands of Falconer. Falconer kicks it left wing to Lear. Lear pump fakes left, dribbles once, throws it up top to DeYoung. DeYoung inside, stolen away by Okoye. They were looking for Holden, but Okoye got in the way. He outlets to Norton. Horton to the basket. Good right-handed layup. 41-24. Zach Norton.
I love that transition coming down. That just looks so sweet.
Norton, 18 points on the night. 41-24 Knights. 3:08 to play in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor, and we'll step aside. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Providence Financial is committed to protecting what matters most to you, your family, and your future. Mark Promis, a trusted choice independent insurance agent with Providence Financial in Sioux Falls, does not work for any one insurance company. He works for you. Mark provides coverage for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. And he can customize policies for you. To make an appointment with Mark, you can call 605-376-3227, or you can visit him at 3208 East 26th Street.
Hi there, Ryan here from Mini Critters. Mini Critters has been a locally owned stop for all pets' needs to keep them happy and healthy. With all the pet food choices available, finding the right dog or cat food can be a challenge. But no worries. We can be reached at 605-361-0006 and let our staff help find the perfect food for any dog or cat. Mini Critters has food, treats, toys, and more. Mini Critters, your friends, your family.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Watertown working the ball around the floor, trying to get something going, but the Knights' defense is strong. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Morris, left corner, pulls up for a three, no good. Rebounded by Canyon Bauer. Should note that both Canyon Bauer and Brady Beck are in for OG. Here's Bauer, top the key. He's going to kick it left wing to Norton. Norton inside, finds Beck, left block. Beck guarded closely by Holden, kicks it up top to a wide open Cartwright. Three up, no good. Tipped by Bauer and rebounded by Cartwright. Cartwright over right wing to Norton, then up top to Bauer. Bauer right wing to Bruin. Bruin dribbles up top, looks inside, hands it over to Bauer to the right, then inside to Brady Beck, right block. Beck up top to Norton. Three up, good!
4 threes for Mr. Norton. 5
threes.
Excuse me, 5 threes.
2:06 to play in the third quarter, 44-24, and a shooting clinic for Mr. Zach Norton. 21 points on the night. From the right wing inside to Holden, and then back out to Morris. Up top to Lear, then pass over left wing, stolen by Norton. Norton to the basket, coast-to-coast layup is good.
You see how he was looking back to see where the defender was? And he kept control the whole time, kept composure, and took it right up. He knew exactly what was going on.
Fantastic move by Zach Norton, and a full timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 1:47 to play in the third. Knights leading 4-6, 24. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Show.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. I'm Thad Barnes, financial advisor with the Barnes DeMoore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office. Andy DeMoore and myself know that building relationships begin with getting to know each client. We can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs.
Thad and Andy can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. 1:40 to play in the third quarter, 46-24. Watertown with the ball. Here's Morris, right wing for the Arrows. Throws it up top into the hands of Bach. Bach then over left wing to DeYoung. DeYoung
Tries to move inside, nothing there, kicks back up top to Holden. Holden then over right wing, and Falconer is going to put his hands on the floor. I should say his left hand on the floor, right hand on top of the ball, picks it back up. That's a double dribble.
I'm like, why it took so long to blow the whistle there?
And I think he just kind of lost his balance and all that is all that was. I think he wanted to cut right, realized the defender was there, decided to cut left instead, but by that time he'd already put his hand on the ground and the ball as well. So here's Cartwright crossing half court for OG, checks it over left wing to Brune, then around the arc back to the right wing to Cartwright. Cartwright up top to Norton. He looks at the basket, dribbles left wing, throws it up top to Bauer. 15 seconds of the shot clock. Bauer over to Norton, left wing, long three, up and good, but a foul called on Okoye. Okoye away from the ball.
I missed that.
I did too, Dan. But Okoye doesn't agree with it. Naturally, his second foul on the Knights. 14 fouls for OG this half.
Okay, the house is coming in. Okoye's coming out.
And one of the major keys to victory that we actually talked about in the beginning of the game, sponsored by John Fritz, a financial benefits company, by the way, is isolating Blake Holden down low. But that's almost become a non-issue at this point for OG.
Right now, that's out of it.
Their shooting's been so good.
Yeah.
Especially thanks to Zach Norton and his 5 3-pointers. Watertown rotating the ball around the arc from right to left into the hands of, number 24, Brandon Flory, but he stepped out of bounds as he tried to make his move. No, that was Mason Morris. So the Knights get it right back, and Okoye steps back in.
Brandon Fisher's in.
Cartwright, Norton, and Brune remain. Here's Cartwright, right wing for OG, throws it up top to Norton. Norton takes the pick from Okoye, dribbles right, looks inside, kicks it back up top to Okoye. Okoye can't quite get a hold of it, but kicks it over to Brune, left corner. Brune dribbles inside, floater in front of the basket is good.
Nice move by Cole Brune, the 6'4 senior.
His first points of the game, 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Shot clock turned off. Knights leading 48-24, but here are the arrows. Top of the key is Falconer. He kicks it right wing to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles up top, kicks it left wing to Bach. Bach dribbles once, throws it back to Schmidt over on the right wing. Schmidt with 15 seconds on the game clock. Rotates it around the arc to the left wing to Bach. Bach hands it off to Falconer. He's going to step back. 8 seconds on the clock. Dribbles up top. Falconer makes his move inside, loses the ball to Brune. 5 seconds. He's trying to go coast to coast. 3 seconds. Picks it up. Flips it in front of the basket and goal at the last second. Cole Brune extends the scoring to 4 on the night and extends the Knights' lead 50-24 at the end of the third quarter.
He's playing like his Uncle Pat.
Beautiful.
Oh.
We'll step aside. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights basketball, fourth quarter coming right up right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides taxes, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 33 locations in 14 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace to 2,000 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Start of the fourth quarter here at O'Gorman High School. Knights leading 50-24 as the Knights start things off. And Dan, they outscored Watertown by how many in the third?
18-5.
Wow. Just a dominating performance here by the Knights. Here's Brady Beck, right block, battling against block, turns around, puts up the shot, no good mid-lane, but he's going to be fouled and go to line to shoot two. It's going to be a foul on number 22, Solomon Bach. Had a frog in my throat for a second there. His first of the game, first team foul this half for Watertown.
But, Brady needs some pressure like this. He needs to help him inside a little bit, and I like that.
Brady Beck's first free throw up and no good. He's about a 50% free throw shooter so far this season. The 6'8 senior center and my neighbor down the street. There are lots of parties over there. They're really loud.
South Dakota State commit.
No, Beck's fantastic family. Fantastic family. Gets his second, 51-24. That's 5 points now for Mr. Beck on the night.
Here's Lear at the top of the key for the Arrows. He's going to kick it over left wing, to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles up top, kicks it right wing to the hands of Flory. Flory then throws it across the floor to the left wing to Bach. Bach makes his move, baseline jumper, no good. Off the bank, Jeremy Jones gets the rebound. Who's down left side of the floor as Bach hit the floor. Jones on the left wing for OG, dribbles through the lane to the right side, kicks it back up top to Ronsick, then over left wing to Cartwright. Cartwright looking toward the basket, dribbles down left corner, then checks it to Okoye. Cartwright gets it back. Dribble up to the left wing, throws it up top to Ronsick. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ronsick to Okoye right wing. Inside pass stolen away by Parker Schmidt. Schmidt passed down the floor left side to Brandon Smith. Smith bounce pass it inside to Lear. It's going to roll out of bounds. Last touched by the Arrows.
A little sloppy now on both ends.
Yeah.
See that? So it's kind of like, 51-24, start of the fourth quarter. Fatigue starting to set in a little bit. Watertown kind of like, okay, this one's got away from us.
It's kind of like they both look tired, and they're starting to play like my white ball team played, which we won a championship, don't get me wrong, but if you ever see me on a basketball floor, it's a thing of beauty when I'm not falling over. On the left wing, Canyon Bauer kicks it over right wing to Jeremy Jones. Jones, crisscross dribbles inside, right block jumper, good for 2.
Nice move. Jones has 11. He's going to pick it up here. This will be his quarter. You're going to see him do some things here this quarter, I can see.
Over on the right wing for the Arrows is Flory. Checks it inside to Bach. He'll dribble out and then up top to Lear. Lear passes over left wing to Schmidt. Schmidt inside to Bach, left block. Throws it up top of the key to Flory. He tries for a 3-0 doing there. Knights get the rebound, and here's Luke Ronsick top of the key. He's going to kick it over Jeremy Jones, left corner. Jones dribbles inside to the basket. Jumper mid lane. Good.
Back to back.
Bach on the block. That's one tongue twister I'm going to have to start getting used to, I suppose, because they're starting to keep him down low a little bit here offensively.
Yep.
Here's Parker Schmidt check that. That's Evan Falconer for Watertown. Dribbles inside, kicks it to Bach, left corner, long 3 up, airs it out, rebounded by Jeremy Jones. He'll outlet down the floor to Cartwright. Cartwright to the basket, left-handed layup is good. 57-24, and the Knights starting to run away with this one just a hair.
And Jack Cartwright, that's his first 2 points of the night.
That's right. Doesn't seem like it because he's had several assists.
I like the Bach and Okoye matchup down below.
Here's Bach in the right corner. Like you mentioned, guarded by Okoye. He'll drive baseline, try to reverse layup, but he's going to be fouled. They're going to call this one, though, on Jack Cartwright.
Yep.
His first of the game, 15th foul for the Knights. They're kind of double teaming down there. And they're going to send Solomon Bach, the 6'6 senior forward, to the line to shoot a couple. First shot up off the back iron, no good. And checking back in for the Arrows is Mason Morris, a 5'10 junior guard. Taking a seat is Parker Schmidt. Solomon Bach readies his second. Takes a dribble, bent the knee, flick the wrist, up, and this one is in, then out. Rebounded by Coy. Couldn't catch a break on that one. He'll outlet to Ronsick. Ronsick guarded heavily. Able to hand it over to Jeremy Jones before crossing half court. Jeremy Jones, some fancy dribbling over Lear. He'll move to the top of the key, kick it to Bauer, right wing. Bauer inside to Okoye. He turns around, throws it back out to Bauer. Bauer still at the right wing, dumps it back into Okoye. They're going to retry this little move. Instead, he'll throw it up to Bauer, rather. He's going to drive inside. He's going to be called for a charge.
Yeah, he dropped his shoulder.
A little bit. Brandon Flory's feet were not planted, but like you said, doesn't matter because it was a deliberate, charging, forceful move. First foul on Canyon Bauer on the night. 16th foul for OG, and a slew of new players stepping in for OG.
So you have, let's see here. Is that Reese?
Got Reese Arbogast, number 15, a 5'9" sophomore guard. Brandon Fisher's back in. Zach Norton's back in. It looks like Cole Bruin's also back in. And then for the first time, back in, I should say, is Eddie Myler.
Yep.
That's what we have for OG. Same 5 for the Arrows. Here's Lear, left side of the free throw line. He'll dribble once, lose the ball on the baseline. It's going to be last tipped by Brandon Fisher and stay with the Arrows. 57-24, Knights with the lead, 4:47 to play in the fourth quarter. Arrows inbound left side of the lane on the base. Here's the inbound into the hands of number 40, Sully Mack, a 6'2 freshman, senior forward, Going to try to kick it out. It's going to sail out of bounds, though. Again, last touch by OG.
That's his first time in tonight, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Him and Eddie Myler are against each other. Max got a little size on him. Myler's a little taller. We'll see what they do against each other here.
Here's the re-inbound by the Arrows. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Lear over right wing. He's going to go straight to the basket. Stop, pull up for a jumper right block, and puts it in. Pierre Lear, 6'2 senior guard. His first points of the game. 57-26 Knights, 4:23 to play in the fourth. Reese Arbogast top the key, trying to go left wing to turn around and throw it back to Norton, but slid his plant foot, and he'll be called for travel. Back to the Arrows.
Yeah, it's now you're going to see we got under 4.5 to go in the ball game here. So Watertown, they're going to just run some plays and work on their offense.
Here's Morris top the key for the Arrows. He'll rotate it down to left corner to Flory. Flory inside block to Mack. Mack tries to reverse left. No, he's going to kick it out to Lear. Lear floater in front of the basket. Good. Good shots down low by that young man. 4 on the night. 57-28 OG. Under 4 to play in the fourth.
But Eddie had position there. He's good move.
Mack makes a move around Myler on the left block, steals it away after the pass from the left wing, and the Arrows take it right back. Here's Mack left corner inside, tries to throw it away, and a whistle on the floor. They're going to say kick on OG. Arrows will inbound left side of the lane on the base.
No, I'm thinking Watertown's going to slow it down, work on their offense, get that clock. Because this game's 57-28, 3:45 to go. They don't want to make any more.
And Watertown inbounds, rotates it around the left side of the arc up top to Mack. Mack then all the way back down to the left corner into the hands of Flory. Flory overhead throws it up top to Falconer, then over right wing, pass inside right block to Mack. Mack over left wing in the hands of Flory. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Flory throws it up top to Falconer. He drives in, left-handed layup, no good. Tipped by Mack, but stolen away by Eddie Myler. Myler hands it over to Reese Arbogast. Arbogast long pass down the floor to Norton right wing. He drives inside, knocks over an Arrow player, and he's going to be called for a foul.
Charge.
That'll be 17 fouls for OG, giving the Arrows a bonus, and that's 2 fouls for Zach Norton.
Okay, Norton's out. Cole Hardy, 6-foot junior, number 20's in for the Knights.
He got about 30 seconds of playtime in toward the end of that second quarter, but back in. He got some good playing time against toward the end of the game of Findlay Prep last Saturday. But here are the Arrows. Falconer crossing half court, kicks it right wing to Tischer. That's Jacob Tischer, the 6'1 senior guard in for the first time tonight. Whistle on the floor, and they're going to call foul on OG.
On Eddie.
Eddie Myler, his first of the game. 8th team foul now for OG, so Sully Mack, again the 6'2 senior forward, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Mack looks like he played a little football for the Arrows.
Absolutely. The Mack family actually up in Watertown. Great athletes, all of them. Actually played or threw shot put and discus against one of them in high school, and he eventually went on to throw at SDSU, All-American. Needless to say, he beat me a lot.
His older brother?
Yes, that would be Cullen Mack.
Okay.
Cullen Mack, yeah. Fantastic man. But Sully's first shot is good. Second shot, not so much. 57-29. The score remains with 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Knights with the lead. Arbogast crosses half court, finds Cole Hardy, right wing. Hardy inside pass to Fisher. Fisher turns around, throws it up top to Arbogast, that's over in the left wing. He dribbles inside, kicks it back out to Cole Hardy, left wing. Then he hands it over to Arbogast. Arbogast inside pass to Eddie Myler, almost stolen away, but he's able to turn around, dump it to Fisher.
Oh,
good.
Nice move.
In front of the basket.
I love Eddie. Eddie, turn around, Pat, nice move. He knew where he was.
A good, smart offensive play there just all around. 59-29, Knights with the lead at 2:30 on the board in the fourth. Here's Mack. Inside the right corner, kicks it up top, then hands it off left side to Tischer. Tischer holding the ball, dribbles once, and then pitches it backwards to Morris over to the right wing to Lucas Beershield. Beershield kicks it over right wing to Falconer. He drives inside, floater in front of the basket's new. Good wrestling match for the ball. They'll say jump ball, and this will go to Watertown.
Cade McCuska now is in. Number 34, 6'5 junior is in for Brandon Fisher now takes a breather.
And coming in for the first time tonight for the Arrows, Wyatt Berner, a 5'10 junior guard, wearing number 20. Also number 32, Cooper Heiser, a 5'10 junior guard. Oh! Right side pass, going to be knocked out of the hands of Mack. So, let me catch you up. Jacob Tischer inbound to right side of the lane to Mack. Mack went for the basket, and a rejection by Myler.
Oh, that was sweet.
Also, Jacob Burden for the first time tonight for the O'Gorman Knights. So back on the other side of the floor, 2 minutes to play in the fourth. Knights leading 59-29. Arbogast right wing, throws it up top to Hardy. Hardy rotates it around to Bird on the left corner. Bird throws it up top to Arbogast just over his head. He's only 5'9", Mr. Bird. Arbogast dribbles over to the left wing, throws it up top to Bird. Bird looking inside, 12 seconds of the shot clock. He steps in, jumper from the free throw line, no good, tipped around, and Jacob Bird gets his own rebound. He'll pitch it off to Reese Arbogast, guarded heavily by Wyatt Berner. Arbogast, some fancy dribbling, kicks it up top to Hardy from the left wing. Hardy looking inside, moves into the lane, kicks it back up top to Arbogast, calls for Jacob Bird. They'll hand it off over on the right wing, and O'Gorman needs a timeout just to rotate out some personnel. 59-29, Knights with the lead, $1.22 to play in the fourth quarter. And coming in for the first time tonight is number 23, Jonah Wibben, a 6'1 junior forward. Also a number 3, Jordan Miller, a 5'9 junior guard. And
Jack Colback.
There he is, number 5.
Number 5.
5'10 junior guard.
Yep.
Here's Reese Arbogast, top the key. He's going to kick it over right corner to Miller, rather. He's going to drive inside, dump it off to Colback. He'll turn around. No shot there. Kicks it up top. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Arbogast sees it. He's at the top of the key. Fires a long 3. No good. Rebounded by Watertown. Here's Heiser kicking the ball down court. Jacob Tischer already down the right corner. Has the ball knocked out of his hands. It rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Reese Arbogast.
And in is Jack Ferguson, the 6'3 junior for Watertown, number 42 for the Arrows. See, Colback, he wanted that really bad underneath.
Absolutely. Made a nice move down there. I mean, he was outsized completely, but still, he was playing scrappy and just made something happen out of nothing. Under a minute to play in the fourth quarter, 59-29, Knights with the lead. Over on the left wing for the Arrows is Heiser. He'll kick it down the left corner. Inside pass stolen away by Miller. Jordan Miller crossing half court down the middle of the floor. Dumps it down low. Last tipped and out of bounds by the Arrows. Miller was looking for number 34, Cade Makuska, down low.
This is what I like when you get a lead like this. The subs get in and they want to play.
Oh, it's a great experience.
Yes.
Here's the inbound to Miller. Fadeaway jumper for 2. No good from the inside right corner. Tipped out of bounds on the rebound. They're going to say last touched by Wibben. 38.2 seconds exactly on the board here in the fourth quarter. Knights leading 59-29. By the way, coming up at the end of the game, we'll have the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. We'll get you some stats. We'll hear from O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby and get you ready for Saturday's game, the Barefoot Classic against Minneapolis North. Over on the left corner, here is Heiser. He drives the baseline, but ball is taken away. 20 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Reese Arbogast will casually cross half court down the right side of the floor. He's going to burn down this clock. 8 seconds to play. O'Gorman starting to head over to the bench. 5 seconds now. And Reese Arbogast passes the ball to the ref. There's the buzzer. The O'Gormanites defeat the Watertown Arrows 59-29. And finally, after all, moving their season to 3-3, 500 on the year so far. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Stick around right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
You're listening to the RPR Network. FM 94.5, KGWD Sioux Falls, and FM 91.3, KSTJ Hartford. Real Presence Radio, your family of faith and hope.
Big Rig Barbecue brings a Texas-style barbecue to South Dakota. They use a real wood smoker for all their meats every single day. Big Rig Barbecue serves sliced brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and ribs. They offer pre-orders for smaller events and gatherings and cater for large events including parties, meetings, and graduations. Big Rig Barbecue's new sit-down location is on the corner of 41st and Minnesota. Their website, bigrigbbbq.net.
Financial Benefits Company helps individuals and small businesses prepare for retirement. Financial Benefits Company's philosophy is safe principal, positive return. You can reach John Fritsch at 605-334-8086 and on the web at fbcjf.com. Financial Benefits Company is a proud sponsor of Catholic Radio.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Real Presence Live, it's Straight Talk from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Central.
You're addressing critical Catholic issues in a fun way.
Straight Talk is your opportunity to share questions and comments on topics relating to the faith or on things happening in the world around us with our local hosts and priests.
My question is...
I have some questions about the bishop.
Very good questions.
Thanks for the guidance.
Straight Talk, 9:30 to 10 Central, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings on Real Presence Live.
Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get the value from their businesses. With multi-certified valuation and mergers and acquisition advisors, they understand the complexities of valuations and negotiating in the mergers and acquisitions marketplace. For more information, you can contact Jameson Rounds, managing partner of Value Visor at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lakes.
On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. For the Knights Locker Room Show, here's your host, Michael Promes.
Welcome into the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. The Knights with the dominating win over the Watertown Arrows, 59-29. And as we were talking off air, Dan, Watertown only scored 10 points in that second half, and the O'Gorman Knights were just absolutely lights out in all sides of the ball against a very good Watertown team.
Yeah, they came back, and the third quarter, 18 to Watertown scored 5, and that's when Mr. Norton lit it up. Was the third quarter, and Norton ended up with 11 points at halftime, and then third quarter he lit it up and played a little bit of the fourth, and then sat down, but dominated the Watertown Arrows. What I like about the Arrows not a bad team. I love Blake Holden. He's a good player. I know his family and everything and stuff, and like I said earlier, his family, his grandma and grandpa both graduated from O'Gorman. Greg in 66, Marianne Leonards, if you remember that name, Leonards, graduated in 67, and his aunt, Colleen, graduated from O'Gorman stuff. So big Catholic family, good ball player. Of course, he's going to play football. That's what he wants to do. He's going to go on and play USD for football and stuff. So, but it was nice to see that matchup with him and Brady. But it was nice to see Brady get some good work in there tonight.
Absolutely, and I think he probably had his best game of the season. 5 points, a handful of rebounds as well. But aside from the numbers, I think there was a confidence in Brady Beck and a lot of physicality as well. And you see his father, Mr. Bill Beck, here walking through the gym. A fantastic night for that young man. And I think if he can continue to improve off of what we saw tonight, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with throughout the state.
And he needs,
down low.
Brady needs that confidence build. He's still in the football mode. Is what we talked about. He's still kind of a little football mode. He needs to get up and down the court a little bit more and everything of that nature. We know that. You can see that. But it's like, he got some good looks tonight, he gave some good looks. I was impressed. But again, I was very impressed with the Coy. How he handled out there. He got a couple fouls there, but he got away with a couple. But, geez, he put some moves on Watertown,
Well, absolutely. And I have him down for 6 points, or was it 8 points?
I got 6. Maybe that's 8.
Okay, that's what I have, too.
I have
Sometimes 6. I mess it up. But, 6 points for him. But again, aside from the stats, aside from the handful of rebounds that he had, which, were several. He probably had at least 8 rebounds on the night. Aside from all that, there was just a confidence that he played with. He didn't put up the best game of his year. He's had a game high of 18 points so far this year, but he just played with a confidence and a presence about him that opened up so many different things from so many other players, Dan.
Yeah, no, but I don't think Coach really has much to, there's a lot of things to work on, and that's why he's the coach, but really it was fun to see them, the way they came together tonight, and they needed that.
Yeah.
They needed that after Finley Prep, Finley Prep, excuse me, from Vegas. I wasn't there, so that's what. But and stuff. They needed that. We played some good basketball teams.
Absolutely.
You got a national ranked team coming in, and O'Gorman, they played them dang hard, and they were kept within 15, ended up losing by 20. But that's a confidence builder right there. But tonight, this is a big confidence builder. We're going back to the Metro Conference now. Now we got here in Washington, again, and Brandon Valley. We got some major games here in the next 2 weeks.
And I think it looks like the Knights are starting to kind of figure it out, I think.
Yep. And that's Roby.
Yes.
That's he can get these guys ready to go and stuff. So that's Coach Roby with his knowledge and years of basketball and stuff. So
You're listening to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Again, a 59-29 victory over the Watertown Arrows for the O'Gorman Knights to move to 3-3 on the season. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the scoring stats for the O'Gorman Knights. Hopefully hear from O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby, and we'll get you ready for Saturday's game, the next game for these O'Gorman boys. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Community. It's at the heart of everything we do at First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. From supporting area athletics to funding academic scholarships, we continually seek new ways to improve and strengthen communities we serve. At the heart of these communities are people, our customers, and our employees. We work hard to ensure our customers are successful and our communities thrive. It's the Premier way. It's what community banking is all about. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Locally grown, nationally known.
Welcome back into the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. O'Gorman Knights defeating Watertown Arrows 59-29, and some scoring across the board. Some fantastic play from a few players, led by Zach Norton scoring with 25 points. Just behind him, Jeremy Jones. I have him down for 14 points. And then there's Okoye with 6. Brady Beck with 2, 4 from Cole Bruin, and a couple from Luke Ronsick, Jack Cartwright. And so there's your scoring right there for the O'Gorman Knights. And Dan, I think all around we just saw a great effort from these boys.
And they needed it. They needed it tonight. And it's nice to see that the 30-point win and Coach got everybody in. Everybody got in tonight. So that's nice to see. And that's a confidence builder for the guys that don't get to play a lot. When get that opportunity, they come in and they can show everybody what they can do.
Absolutely, and they did that tonight. And I think they finally figured out what works, what doesn't, how to rotate guys in and out. Well, and most importantly, what matchups work best against what type of players, and also what matchups work with other players on your own squad on the floor at the same time. Who can we put in there at the same time to be most effective against these players from another squad? It sounds complicated, it's because it is, which is why it's taken 6 games, I think, to finally figure it out. But I think they started to hit their stride, and the scoring shows that right there. The stats just show it.
Yeah, that's basketball. You know, it takes a few games to figure it out and everything, but I think we're getting it figured out. But and look who's coming up here now.
Oh, there we go. And we're joined by O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby. We're going to get him a headset here. A special shout out to my lovely wife, Erin Promis, helping with the camera tonight so that we don't have to, because if we had to do both of those at the same time, Dan, it'd be a mess. I'd sound worse than I already do. And
Brett's on vacation.
And Brett's on vacation, who always does it, and he does a great job there. But we appreciate her efforts. So here's head coach Derek Roby. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you much.
It's 59-29 victory. You held Watertown to only 10 points in that second half. You came out with a confidence tonight that I don't really think we've seen all season.
Well, we've seen it in spurts, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Michael, you hit the nail right on the head a little bit. We just came out and played it with some intensity, the defensive effort. I was really not unhappy at halftime, but I was questioning and challenging our guys on the second chance efforts. So there was one possession, if you recall, that Watertown got like 4 or 5 looks. Well, you know, there's a lot of high school basketball teams that can cash in after 4 or 5 tries, and those are just hustle points. That's not us. We're better than that, and, athletically, I just challenged our guys at halftime and said, guys, to be where we want to be in March, we need to get those hustle points, if you will. Mm-hmm. And, I really compliment our guys. They really came out with that desire, that intensity, the focus defensively, holding a team like Watertown, who's no slouch, to 10 points in the second half is tremendous.
Absolutely, and I mean, this is the lowest scoring game that they've had all season by 3 points. I believe in that first game was to Lincoln, and that was the first game of the season. So I think a great defensive effort and a great offensive effort, of course, across the board, especially from Zach Norton, putting up 25 points on the night. Started the game shooting pretty poorly at 0-2 on a couple three-pointers early on, but after that, it was lights out.
You know what? Zach Norton's really just playing solid for us right now, and you know, you heard the crowd there. He was the crowd's favorite tonight, and you know, as a coach, you look at the bench and you say, okay, we have Zach Norton who's going to come in and give us this spark, who was a starter for us a year ago. And he's handled himself the right way. He's not pouting. He's not the type of kid that thinks he has to be the starter or the star. He's just playing. He's a gamer. You know, it's funny. He doesn't shoot quite that well in practice. I mean, he's an athlete, obviously, and certainly your player of the game. But you know, he's just a gamer. He comes ready to play every game, and he's always been like that. So we're just thrilled to death he showed up tonight because he put on a show for the fans.
All right, Coach, and let's talk about the down-low play, because I know one major concern that you had coming into this game was that Blake Holden kid from the Watertown Arrows held him to only a handful of points, if even that, on the night. I apologize, don't have the official numbers on him.
They don't have it up there.
Yeah, I don't have it up there, and I didn't keep track.
5 or 6?
5 or 6, something like that. I just make sure I get the O'Gorman stats here while I'm talking, but and regardless, you kept him to just a handful of points and minimal destruction against your offense. Brady Beck, Okoye were kind of your go-to guys down low to kind of isolate him. Your thoughts on their efforts?
Fantastic. You know, Brady comes in, and Brady started a game or two last year for us. I think for sure at Sioux Falls Christian he started.
Yep.
Because of the illnesses and whatnot. But today we gave him the nod because of the Holden kid from Watertown who had that size. And, you know, here again, Brady, being a senior, would certainly love to be in a starting position, but he gets it. He just wants to win and wants to do whatever it's going to take for his teammates. So to have him be on the reserve role, he's okay with that. But we gave him the nod today. It's well-deserved. I thought he played really well. You know, Brady is not going to be the type of kid that we can play for 16 straight minutes. And he knows that. That's not a shot towards Brady. That's just the way he is. But every time we went with him for that 2 or 3 minute span, I thought he did a great job of keeping the Holden kid off his spots. We were able to get him some touches, and he was able to get to himself to the line. And obviously, Brady does a tremendous job. I'm going to also note the fact that, you know, so we put him in for Canyon Bauer, who's been starting all year. And I talked to Canyon yesterday, and here's the type of kid Canyon is. You know, obviously the Gatorade Player of the Year for football and one of our character counts guys. I mean, he is top-notch as they get. And I talked to Canyon. I said, you know, you have to understand that this isn't anything that you're doing. It's we just need the size. And he almost interrupts me and says, Coach, I can live with whatever you're doing. He goes, I get it. Brady's, they call him the body. You know, the body needs to be in there against Holden, and that's the type of team we have and the unselfish play of somebody like Canyon Bauer. So, you know, we were able to continue on and play with confidence. We're still trying to develop a routine and get our guys into rhythm in this young season. And, you know, we need to take advantage of the home court here for the next month and try to get I guess back to 500, which we are now and beyond, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win, 59-29 victory over Watertown, and let's see if you can't capitalize on this momentum and see if you can't overcome or at least wrestle down Minneapolis North a little bit on Saturday.
Well, that'll be tough because they're gonna. I just told our guys, you're just gonna try to out-athlete us, if you know what I mean. Yep. They're just tremendous athletes, and I've seen a couple of their films, and we'll have our work cut out for us, but we're looking forward to the fun challenge.
All right, O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby. Coach, thanks for your time. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagen with Hagen Chiropractic Clinic. We'll get you a scoreboard update and get you ready for Saturday's game at the Pentagon. That's on the way right here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you. Your family is looking to you to make sure they're safe, protected, and taken care of. Knights of Columbus Insurance offers the protection they need, whether it's term life, whole life, long-term care insurance, disability income insurance, annuities, retirement planning, estate planning, or an insurance analysis. Please call Heath Dickelman at 605 351-7978. Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Morgan Stanley values long-term relationships with its clients. Andrew DeMore and Thaddeus Barnes, financial advisors with the Barnes DeMore Group of Morgan Stanley's Sioux Falls office, know that building relationships begins with getting to know each client. Andrew and Thad can create personal investment strategies to help meet retirement, education, and other financial needs. Andrew and Thad can be reached at 338-6500. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley, Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC.
Welcome back into the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. The Knights' 59-29 victory over the Watertown Arrows to move to 3-3 on the season. It's now time to dub our Pizza Ranch Knights Player of the Game. Player of the Game brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls. Pizza Ranch has specials every day and a fun zone for your kids to play. Pizza Ranch can be contacted by calling 271-8646. And Dan, what do you got?
Well, come on. There's no question about it. Tonight's Pizza Ranch Player of the Game is number 13, a 5'11 junior guard. Scored 25 points, a career high for him tonight, Mr. Zach Norton.
Absolutely indisputable, I think, in this game. Putting up 5 3-pointers on the Knights. Just outstanding performance. And like I talked about in the interview with O'Gorman head coach Derek Roby, started the game 0 for 2 in three-point shooting, and I don't think he missed a shot after that.
No. He was right on. It was a couple of those down here in the second half down here. In the third quarter when he lit it up, it was fun to watch right in front of us. Yeah. We're up here right behind the basket, and it's fun to watch.
So congratulations, Zach Norton, our Pizza Ranch Knights Player of the Game. We'll step aside one more time. They're turning the lights off on us here, so we got to wrap things up here at O'Gorman High School. We'll step aside when we come back, a scoreboard update, and we'll get you ready for Saturday's game. That's on the way. Stick around right here on Real Presence Radio.
Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring pizza and chicken. Pizza Ranch has daily specials as well as 5 party rooms and a dining area. You can also order online and they'll bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Do you have daily pain and discomfort that includes headaches, neck and back pain, and arm and leg numbness? Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic provides gentle adjusting, x-ray evaluation, rehabilitation, and massage therapy to treat these symptoms. Hagan Chiropractic Clinic is located on 14th and Cliff, 6 blocks north of Avera Hospital.
Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Don't say ouch, call me at 361-OUCH.
Welcome in one more time to the Knights Locker Room Show, sponsored by Dr. Mark Hagan with Hagan Chiropractic Clinic. Again, the Knights defeat the Watertown Arrows 59-29 to move to 3-3 on the season. But there are plenty of other games going on throughout the state as well. Here's Dan with your scoreboard update. Daniel.
Hey, AA boys. Brookings was at Huron Tigers tonight. Huron 66, Brookings 53. That's a final.
Wow.
AA girls. Huron is at Brookings, and Huron leads those 50-23 at the end of 3. And cross town here to the west of us, Sioux Falls, Washington is at Roosevelt and girls. End of 3, Washington 33, Roosevelt 29. So we got a close game out there going.
Yeah.
In girls. So that's our scoreboard update.
All right, and that scoreboard update is brought to you by Jameson Rounds, managing partner at Value Visor. Value Visor helps people and businesses discover, improve, and get value from their businesses. Jameson can be reached at 605-370-6931 or online at valuevisor.com. Real estate through Murphy Business, Dakota Lake. So with this 59-29 victory over the Watertown Arrows, like I said, moved to 3-3. And so now they're gearing up for the Samaritan's Feet Barefoot Classic on Saturday, and they're going to be taking on Minneapolis North, a very, very good team, of course, from the Twin Cities. Be a tough game for the O'Gorman Knights, but I think if they come out and play with the same ferocity that they did tonight, they might have a chance to actually, at the very least, stick very tight.
And I don't know how big they are and how thick they are inside and stuff, but they came out with the the enthusiasm, everything they played tonight, and the intensity and that determination, it's going to be it's a late game. It's a 9:30, folks.
That's right. And let's use this platform to protest that. 9:30 p.m. for a high school basketball game.
On a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night. We got mass in the morning.
Lawrence Welk is over by 8, so it's but it's going to be a late night for everybody. But that Barefoot Classic, a lot of good games out there.
Absolutely. And Barefoot, the coaches are traditionally supposed to not wear shoes during the game or socks. Otherwise they'll be sliding across the floor. We'll see if Derek Roby breaks out, or should say takes off, the shoes for this game, but we'll keep you posted once Saturday comes along. But like we said, a 9:30 p.m. tip-off at the Pentagon. We'll be covering that right here on Real Presence Radio. No video stream for that game. We'll be on the floor. They do not allow us to video stream on the floor like that, so we will just be on the Real Presence radio stations around Sioux Falls, 91.3 and 94.5 FM, also online at yourcatholicradiostation.com and on our mobile app.
Now, there's one game Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's the South Dakota High School Basketball Hall of Fame game, and that's between Redfield Dolan versus Lake Preston. And the reason that is, back in 1912, they both met for the state championship in Redfield. Redfield won 33-25 to claim the state title. After that, that's where the state championship came. So they're bringing those teams back. And, of course, I grew up in Lake Preston, the Divers. And the Pheasants of Redfield. So that's a 5 o'clock tip-off out there. So if you want to watch some old-time basketball, think back, it's a Hall of Fame game, part of the Barefoot Classic.
There you go. And that should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great games going on at the Pentagon. So if you prefer to see the action live, like Dan mentioned, a great one at 5 o'clock, a repeat of the original state championship game. There's another good game at 7:30. It escapes me who's playing that one. I want to say Bridgewater, Emory, and somebody. But then
I got it here.
You got it right there.
I got a picture of it. Yeah, there's Redfield Lake. Well, they started playing 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
And then Redfield Preston at 5. 6:30 is Irene Wakanda Sisseton. 8 is T-Area versus Cambridge Asante, which is out of Minneapolis. 9:30 is O'Gorman versus Minneapolis North.
And that rounds out the night. So a lot of great basketball going on at Pentagon. Stop on by, watch some basketball. If you see us, I'm the big guy with the beard, and Dan's the tall guy with the kind of beard. We'll be down on the floor during the O'Gorman game. Say hi. Otherwise, like I mentioned, you can catch it all right here on Real Presence.
You going to be barefoot?
Maybe.
Should we?
All right.
I better
wash your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll get on that. So stay tuned for that, folks. And thank you so much for listening to tonight's broadcast of O'Gorman Knights basketball. One more time, the O'Gorman Knights defeat the Watertown Arrows 59-29. For Dan Johnson, Brett Byler, for Aaron Promis, and all of us here at Real Presence Radio Network, thank you so much for listening to tonight's broadcast of O'Gorman Knights basketball. I'm Michael Promis, and have yourself a fantastic night.
God bless.
On Real Presence Radio, this has been O'Gorman Knights basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Hagen Chiropractic Clinic, Mini Critters, Barnett Vision Clinic, Crossroads, the Barnes DeMoore Group Financial Advisors at Morgan Stanley, Sioux Falls Catholic Schools, Jeff Alvey with Fair Tax Inc., John Fritsch with the Financial Benefits Company, Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agent Heath Dickelman, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, First Premier Bank Card, Sioux Equipment Company, Ide Bailey, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Mark Promis with Providence Financial, Big Rig Barbecue, and Jameson Rounds Managing Partner of Value Visor.
The preceding O'Gorman Knights activity has been a special presentation of Real Presence Radio Network. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.